Now, after doing these three things, the next step to define the scope means schedule a project by defining the scope, starting from the scope. So I normally in the workshops take any project which you people like. As such, in whatever industry you work, it does not matter what the contents of the project plan. What matters is that how we utilize MS Project. The feature we are going to explore will be same irrespective of what project we plan here. So suggest me any of you, or maybe whatever you like. We will schedule a project here by defining some 15-20 activities or the deliverables here, so that we will not want to make big projects, otherwise we will bog down with the details. We will have a short project which will help us to explore all the features of MS Project. So if any one of you would like to volunteer and help me to prepare a project plan, we will prepare a project plan here. Anyone has anything in the mind? Or suggest me what you like to have here. Well, let's plan it out, something.
Vivek, you can take any project where it is showing SDLC life cycles.
Okay.
Say design, coding, review, and UAT kind of plan.
Yeah,
the standard one normally we.
Even you can cover the SRBR part also in that.
What is that?
Business requirements, service requirement and all. High level design, everything.
Okay. I think
from analysis perspective.
Okay. When you were giving the introduction, I found that most of you are, many of you are working in telecom sector, right? Or related, or are some related to software as such, but most of things are doing in telecom or something like that, right?
Me from telecom.
Yeah, and many others.
I'm also yeah.
So help me out. Let's plan out a kind of telecom projects here. Maybe suggest me some 10, 15. So tell me any project name which you come to your.
Upgradation of bandwidth.
Sorry.
Upgradation of bandwidth.
Upgradation of bandwidth. Okay, fantastic. I think it should work. Upgradation of this is right. So tell me 2 or 3 major deliverables in this. Let me do one thing before we actually do this everything. Let me show you something which could be help us to prepare a good WBS. Okay, see, look at this. How to create a good work breakdown structure of a project. Rajesh, just mute yourself because it's echo from your mic. Okay, so there are we have demonstrated three ways here. Demonstrated this, that what are these, how we can define a work breakdown structure. In the first case, what we have done, we have defined the phases like requirement gathering, architecture, design, development or construction, verification or testing. These are all phases. In every phase, we define some deliverables. And if those deliverables are big, we subdivide them into smaller pieces, and the last, the leaf in a hierarchy is called work package. In the second case, we have not gone via the phases, we have gone via deliverables. So we have defined some deliverables here, and the big deliverables, normally at this level the deliverables are big, we subdivide into smaller pieces. And if the deliverable is still big, we further divide them into smaller pieces, and we further divide them in smaller pieces till the work package become more manageable, trackable, and estimatable, allocatable. So it depends, like easy is a subjective matter. It may be different for different people, but we can take some ground rules kind of thing. Like if I am reaching to a place here like work package, I should be able to easily, this is my understanding, maybe easy is different for different, so a low like experienced person, less experienced person will the definition of easy is little too easy, while then an experienced person, the definition of easy could be complex for some other person. So it means I can estimate this module easily, I can allocate it to one or two people or a unit, which is one entity for me. I can track it easily. So normally I give a ground rule that if look at that, depending upon your project, you have a review cycle of project. Some projects are weekly reviewed, some projects are monthly reviewed, some projects are like bi-monthly reviewed, something like that, fortnightly reviewed. So based on that, what you do, that you define, you stop at a place where the work package becomes so big or so small that in one review cycle the progress can be measured significantly. I mean to say, if it is too big, in one review cycle it will be like 5%, 2%, 3% or 10%, something like that, which will be difficult to measure that how much it is. But if you break into smaller pieces so that the work package become like, when you have a review cycle of 1 week, then every progress like 25% or 50%. Like I have a work package of 2 weeks. It means after 1 week it should be 50% complete. That means I get a significant progress on that, and I can easily figure it out. This is going well or this is not going well. I need not to go or find out too many details. Its progress will tell me. So that is what I normally define. Like in the software projects, we normally define 8 to 80 hours. Don't go below 8 hours a task. Don't define a task less than 8 hours, or don't define a task which is more than 80 hours. But depending, your project could be very big. You can have something like 1 week to 5 weeks or something like that. So it's not necessary, just some guidelines. In the third case, we have some sub-project because the project is too big, and then we'll go to the same way as we have defined. Now, first type of work breakdown structure is pretty common. Like we normally have like phases, and in the phases there are some deliverables. And once we have package, then we define the task. Task 1, task 2. These are activities. By performing these activities, we will complete our work package. Activity 1, activity 2, activity. If we complete these activities, our work package will be ready. Something like this. A 3-story building, foundation is a deliverable, steel erection is a deliverable. So this is a higher level deliverable which is delivered, which is like broke down into two pieces like foundation and steel. They become work package, and then there are activities which will be performed to deliver this. Make sense? So similarly we can do here, and we will go from top to the bottom. So top thing we have written that upgradation of the bandwidth, and then we can go to the, like, we can identify two or let's identify some phases in the project. Rajesh, Jata, you were helping something, right? Feasibility check. So feasibility.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Architecture.
Yes.
What I suggest, let's one person take the lead, another person can suggest into that. Then it becomes easier. Rajesh, you take a lead.
Let me try, but this is almost new for me. Just I given one of the good suggestion.
Okay.
Other can help me.
Sure. Let's do.
Yeah. Because
Let's define some phases first. Let's define some phases. What are the phases?
Feasibility study. Feasibility study.
Feasibility study. Okay.
Then architect.
Architecture. Okay.
High level design.
High level design. You're not feeling well, right?
Me, I'm fine. I think somebody else's voice is coming.
Okay, okay, you are fine.
Yeah.
What is it?
Then further, the entire life cycle will go here. So the high level design will have to further break down development cycle.
Development, unit testing will make the part of the development.
Correct, correct. Then you have system testing, integration testing, system testing, integration testing.
Yeah, let's keep little low. So let's say system testing and integration testing are same.
Okay. Then deployment plan.
Then say deployment and the user testing, right?
User, yep.
And then the acceptance, right? Okay. So in this, what I will okay. Instead of feasibility study, but I will say more like near, or say let's say feasibility study itself is sufficient. So what is
Where you want to cover the SR and BR?
SR and BR? What do you say? Business requirement and the requirement you talk about. So let me do one thing. Instead of feasibility study, let's make it requirement gathering.
Correct.
Requirements. Let's say requirement. And what I will do, instead of architecture and high level design, let me make it a design or say architecture. In that we will combine both.
Okay, we want to combine both.
Yeah, I do not want to make too many, too big the project actually. Otherwise it becomes like we will bog down with the details of the project.
Correct. Okay.
So what I will do in the upgradation, let's go into requirement. Let's go to the next level. So in the next level there is a requirement. What should be then the requirement?
Business requirement.
Sorry?
I think some sounds are coming. Somebody, can you mute that?
Yeah.
An extra sound are coming. Yeah. Maybe somebody is not feeling well, something like that. Yes, better now.
Yeah, it looks right. Okay.
Yeah. So very first thing is business requirement.
Okay. Business requirement, and second?
That's system requirement.
Yeah, prototype validation is also right, but let's see. I will add this somewhere in the development or somewhere in the architecture type. So business
Correct.
requirements.
The system requirement you have.
Okay. That's all. Then requirement document.
Yes, requirement document, the requirement review document.
Yeah, let's keep a little less number of activities. So I think 2, 3 are sufficient in that. Requirement document.
Okay.
And requirement document.
That will output.
Or say approval of requirement, right? Requirement approval.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So what I do, let me start making it hierarchical. So I select all this under upgradation of bandwidth and I push them inside. So I have selected under this, right? I have not selected the top one and put this into this by indenting it, right? You see indenting? They become part of this,
Okay.
right? Similarly, these 4 items are part of the requirement.
Again, indentation.
So I push them inside. Correct?
Okay.
Now I will say let's make high level design as part of the architecture. And before that, let's define some other, like say architecture. Right? And high level design. Right? And design approval.
That will document.
Right? The design document, the high level, they are all document basically.
Correct. No, it's approved one. The design approval is the approved document.
Yeah, so after approval it may become approved.
Correct.
Right? What about development? Let's see there how many deliverables are there in upgradation of what we need to do in upgradation of bandwidth.
Somebody help me. Not much idea.
Or you give the idea. Okay. Anybody has any idea what we normally have? What are the deliverables of upgradation of bandwidth?
What technology we will use?
No, Vivek.
Okay. Anybody has any other idea? Because whatever we have done as of now is global for any project. We can change it. So we can change the project also.
We can make it upgradation of a product also.
Upgradation of any product?
Yeah, I mean that will make sense for the development cycle, right?
Right. So let's put it. So what we need in the development?
We'll have some different modules to be introduced.
Okay. So let's give some.
Say module 1.
Module 1 or some.
Module
Let's give it some name. Very hypothetical name.
Say setup module. Setup module.
Okay. Setup module. And
Then creditors module.
is this right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think 2 modules are good enough.
Yeah.
And I will put them inside this. Remove this. Then system testing. What is system testing? I think test case design, right?
Yeah.
Then test case execution. This is right?
Yeah.
Anything else?
After test case execution, test case environment setup. I mean, if there are any specific infrastructure related, so environment setup is required.
Environment setup and then test case execution.
Yeah.
Three things are good enough, right? I will put them here in the inside test system testing, and this is, you see, when I go to the beginning of any text, the cursor changes to double arrow. At that time, I can drag this inside. I normally do, I just telling you, I normally do not suggest this like this. You pull it out or you pull it in. Right, select, pull it out, select all, pull. Okay. I normally do not suggest because it requires little control on the mouse. Now, in the deployment, what is that?
Script creation.
Script creation.
Then documentation, installation document.
Deployment plan.
Sorry, deployment plan.
Deployment plan.
Okay, deployment plan. Okay. Script creation, deployment plan. What the other thing was there?
And script creation and the actually module build up or whatever we develop that need to be delivered.
Okay, so deployment basically.
Deployment, yeah, correct.
It's a deployment package, you can say.
Yeah, so deployment basically deployed. And I will put them inside. User testing. User testing is what? I think user testing is done by user, so it's some kind of support, right? Some kind of defect fix, right? Or UAT support, something like that, right?
Yeah.
User acceptance testing, and it is a support where you will fix the bugs. That's the only thing, right? And acceptance. Acceptance is a milestone. Okay, it looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. The generic one.
It's a very generic one actually.
Correct.
But fine, when we have a heterogeneous crowd, normally it is the generic one which fit all. So you see that we have prepared a well-structured WBS, and if you see that requirement approval is basically we need not to do anything, but we have to, it's a milestone for us, right? And whenever we have to set up a milestone, we normally make the duration as 0. So that converts into milestone. Whenever the duration is 0, that task will become milestone. So design approval is also a milestone for us. Now only thing is that before we have to go to the setup module also. I think some of these modules have to be developed, right? So what normally we do as a part of development?
Development in the sense coding enhancement.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, coding, unit testing.
Yeah, I think coding, unit testing,
then code review and peer testing.
coding, unit testing, code review. Let's say peer code review is sufficient. And then
Unit test planning.
sorry,
Unit test plan and then unit testing.
oh yeah, unit testing ho gaya. I think that's what we have done. Let's consider that it is there. So coding, unit testing, and then what is
Rework. Any rework is there.
Yeah, any rework is there, right? Any rework is there, and the module complete. So if you have some milestone, something like that, and I will put them inside and make this 0. Correct? And this is common. So I just copy it here. Right? Correct? So our two modules are also have coming this. And test case execution and I think we have, let's put some milestone here as well. So if you want to have, we do not have a milestone, you want to add a milestone, we can also do it from here. In the insert column, if you say task, summary, milestone. So if I click here, wherever my cursor is, above it, it will add a task with 0 duration. So this is milestone. I will type this, say ready for deployment. Ready for, right? I say save. Save as how? Same name. Upgradation of a product. And save it. Done. Now we have prepared a bug breakdown structure. One more thing which I want to add here. This is we have created. Actually, Microsoft Project can also add this. Now how it adds here is like this. You go to the Format tab and come over here, the Project Summary Task. You see, if I click on this, it will add a task on the top as ID as 0 with the default file name. You can change it, but by default it will keep the file name. But I do not want to keep these two things, so I will remove this. I will remove this 9. But before, if I remove this right now, it will remove everything because everything is take out from here. This will become a standalone task, and I remove this. Now, is this fine?
Vivek, what is the benefit of this summary task?
Yes, but there are some tasks, something which is attached to it, especially cost. And the budget, which we say, budget can be allocated to only 0 ID task. And because we are not going to discuss those parts, as such does not make much difference, but I showed you this functionality basically. Whatever we do, it doesn't matter. Either if we come to there are one is budget. Budget can be allocated to only the project task, project summary task. And therefore this feature is. You cannot allocate to budget to any other task. This can be allocated to the project budget actually. So which we are not going to discuss actually. That's a pretty much more higher as such. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Right? So it is now your turn. You have MS Project installed on your machine. Especially we made one change, which was this. Set up the project calendar by marking holidays and by changing the time if required. And third thing, I gave a start date to the project, decided I'm going to do forward planning or backward planning, and set up a calendar. Decided a calendar, which calendar is a project calendar, right? And then we define this work breakdown structure. Now it is your turn to take your MS project and do all this. If you face any problem, let me know. Fine? I think 10 to 15 minutes would be good enough, but you let me know if whenever you are done, let me know.
Vivek, earlier, how do you create a critical path in this?
You need not to create any critical path. It will itself calculate the critical path, which will come little later when we schedule up the whole plan. And then because unless you have planned, critical path will not come up. And then it will calculate and show you the critical path.
Okay.
So when you are done, let me know here, or if you face any problem, let me know.
Vivek, how did you remove the timeline bar?
Hello? Someone was asking something.
Yeah, Vivek.
Yeah.
Question. How?
Tell me. This. Then all the things under it will be also be deleted.
No, not this one, Vivek. Not this one. A
This one.
timeline bar is coming on the top.
Oh, okay. Between this, you go to the view and of this timeline. Got it?
Okay. And another thing. Quickly, you were adding rows, blank rows.
Yeah,
What's the shortcut to add those rows quickly?
insert button, insert key.
Vivek. Vivek.
Yes, Darren.
Vivek.
Yes, Darren.
You can look into my system. I'm having a small problem with the Microsoft Project Professional. It is saying operation will take, if you choose to cancel, that is there, and then it says unspecified error has occurred. So I'm not able to get the trial version completely working.
What it is?
The unspecified error has occurred, your request cannot be processed, please try again later. I'm not able to open up to the professional.
Okay, maybe that is not, installation is not proper, it looks to me.
No, I've done the proper I've done the installation properly. It gave me that installation completed and all those things. I did that before we started the show itself.
But when you start it, it gives this error.
Yeah, an unspecified error has occurred, your request cannot be processed at this time, please try again later. First it says, thank you for installing Microsoft Project Professional. You must activate the software to enable all features. How do you want to activate your software?
So you need not to activate.
Say I want to don't activate, huh?
No.
I do not want.
Is anybody else facing the same problem? Anyone else facing the same problem or no?
No.
No.
Give me three options. How do you want to activate your software? One is I want to activate software over the internet, which is saying is recommended.
No, you need not to activate. Just ignore that message.
Ignore it.
Yeah, ignore that message. of activation.
Okay. But without that, it's not moving forward.
It will move forward.
Continue in the background. Okay. Let's see that.
Vivek, can
Yeah.
you remind the line item 0 how we inserted the upgradation of a product, the name of the file name to the top?
What you need to do is go to the Format tab,
Mm-hmm.
and the Format tab you see on the right hand side this project summary task.
Mm-hmm.
Click on it. Got it?
Yeah, and
I've
then
got it now.
then we delete the. You already deleted the early and this repeating line. It's just deleting it, right?
Right. So you either you don't do it, or if you have done it, maybe you are saying there is another line here with the same thing. So here
Right.
also it was there, but I removed this not to have this. So I take out all those rows outside by outdenting it, and then making it a standalone task, and then removing it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Darren.
It has come, Vivek. Thanks so much.
Come on. Okay, very good.
Vivek, I want you to copy the setup module, sub-module coding, unit testing, code review, rework, and module completed under creditors. So how you do that? Just copy. Hello. Can you hear me?
Rajesh, you got it?
Vivek, one question. Vivek,
Yeah.
in options scheduling, there is the field default task type, which has these three options: fixed units, fixed duration, fixed work.
Right.
Regarding these three options, what I remember is confusion. I remember this thing is not clearly understood. So we'll come to it later on, or you would want to cover it right now?
No, I will come up on this later on. Maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, most probably tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I'm done with creating the project. Otherwise.
Okay, let's wait for other people also to cover. Darren, Prasad and Rajesh, please mute yourself so that the background noise should not come.
Okay.
How many more people have done?
Yes, Vivek.
Yes.
For as you said, the budget will be allocated for the zero only. So do I need to make upgradation plan upgradation of product very first? So change to zero.
Yeah, but that's a little advanced item when we talk about
Okay.
like budgeting and then allocating it and then tracking that.
Okay.
That's
And the deployment don't require, it's a milestone.
Deployment is a is the
do you
deployment?
want to
No, it's not
go
a
into it?
milestone. Deployment is an activity.
Okay.
You can add milestone
No.
if you want. I just didn't do that. You can add some milestone if you want. Any problem anybody facing?
And I have not added the project summary like this. So what I have prepared, I have saved that only.
That is the one that is here instead of 0 it is 1, right?
Yes, one.
Yeah, it's
So do I need to make it 0?
You can do it 0 or you can, as such whatever we are doing doesn't make any difference, but you should know that such a feature is available.
Correct. And when you go to task mode, there is, I see that one pin is showing. What is that?
What is that?
A pin kind of, it is something manually checked, something written.
Here it is. This?
Exactly. Yeah. Here I can see next to that the very first row. I see the for me a pin is there.
This one?
Task mode.
Yeah.
The next one, task mode. Task mode, very first row. Yeah.
You don't have this.
For me it is I is there after that. Yeah, I can see here the task mode. I don't know what is happening here.
What is the column name?
That is very first. You can say very first task mode A1.
Task mode.
Even where you have 0, I have A1. Task mode A. Yeah, same. Next column. Yeah. Next, come to next column. Below task one. Here. Here, I see pin mark.
Okay, so because you have not changed this.
What have you changed? Auto schedule.
I said that you make it to auto schedule.
Yeah, I can see it. New task auto schedule is there.
So what you do, it is only one task or many tasks?
No, what the main task, where we see the upgradation of product, very first thing, no?
Yeah.
There only I see the pin mark, other everything is fine.
Okay, so come over here and say auto schedule.
Okay, here also. So how come this happened?
You might have added
No.
this earlier before you make it auto schedule.
Okay. Fine. Now, yes, now it's correct.
See, you say new task. So if you have added a task before something, that will not impact. Only the new task will impact.
Okay.
So should we move forward?
Vivek,
Yes.
the duration on yours, it has all 1 day and question mark.
Right.
I am not getting that.
Okay. See,
Mine is empty actually. I was putting the milestones, but the rest is blank.
you say this in, you have different than what is you seeing here?
Yes. It's blank basically. Yours is duration, it's except the milestones we changed. It's 1 day and the question mark.
Right,
Mine is blank.
right.
What I am missing.
You have blank in this column,
Correct.
and this column is a duration column.
Correct.
Never heard about such a thing.
No, mine is all blank right now. It's 0. I mean, no values at all.
Yeah, it is blank. It is like something like, no, it cannot be blank. The thing is that I never heard it because it's never blank.
Empty cell, basically.
Because by default it should be
Has
1
to
day.
start the start date. Have you taken the start date?
No, the date doesn't matter. If you have
Okay.
it, if you, okay. What is happening, I think you have a pin mark here, right? In the task mode.
But I had.
No, I think she also have my overability.
No, I don't.
You have auto schedule like this? You have this mark?
Oh, I see. You inserted the fields afterwards. You took the requirement, architecture, development, system testing, and
Right.
you indented them, and then you entered. No, I crossed the border. I entered everything, line by line. I see what you're saying.
See, the thing is that if this is auto scheduled, right? Then this has to be 1 day. If this is a pin mark, then it can be blank. I show you. Suppose here I don't have anything. Let I change to manually scheduled. Now it is a pin mark. So if I add something here, task, it is a pin mark here, right? And nothing is here.
Correct.
But if you make it auto scheduled, like this mark, this will automatically fill.
Okay, let me try.
And if you do some edit, so that it's question mark goes automatically.
Yeah, if you added, the question mark will go, but it cannot be blank.
Okay.
It cannot be blank.
Vivek, if I need to link certain activities, then how do I do it?
We will
I
go to
want
that.
it to be in sequence.
We will
First
go
I
to
have
that.
the, okay, not it, okay.
Vivek,
Yeah.
I am at auto schedule, but it is not putting the pin. You have a task module bar there, column. I don't have that task name.
You have task name, you have duration, right?
I have the information column, the
Yeah.
Numbers, the
Okay.
numerator, and the info, and then the task name. I don't have the task bar. The column.
You are in Gantt chart, right?
Let me go back. I am in Gantt chart tools, yes.
Okay, do
No.
one thing. Let me do one thing.
This one.
I give control to you and you show me your desktop. Okay?
Okay. My desktop.
Yeah, I think you show your desktop, you have the control.
After that I have some problem, I'll let you know also.
No, I think I have given keyboard and mouse. Sorry. I need to, sorry, not this one. I think I can make you the presenter and then you can show. Okay, so you are the presenter right now. Show me your desktop.
There it is. Are you able to see it now? I am the
Yes.
pin bar here. and then these guys are, I was entering by hand, but
Okay, so do one thing. You right click here on the task name, say insert column, right click on this task name, say insert column, type task, okay, task mode, select task mode, okay, make it small,
it came all in pins though,
make it small.
mostly.
Okay, so your all tasks are manually scheduled tasks, therefore it is not coming over there. Yeah. So what you do now, you select this, select this, okay, this is fine. Come to the task tab, come to the task tab, no, it's fine. Come to the task tab here, task tab on the top. Task tab. This format, view, project, resource and task. Just next to the file. Yes. Come over here in the auto schedule on the right hand side, in the middle, almost in the middle, there is an auto schedule. Click on this.
There we go.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what it is. So actually what you have not done, this is now. So what you have done before, you turned this new task. So they were all manually scheduled.
Correct.
Again, here is one problem. You can see upgradation of project and the requirement. It is showing that 18, whereas Monday onward this business requirement and all is showing 28. So I am facing almost same kind of problem. The date, and if I go and change that date to 28, then automatically it's become the pin mark. And if I go and make it auto, it takes 18.
You are saying when you are changing the date, it is automatic going to auto manually schedule.
Manual. And when we go, so this is happening only in the first two rows. That is upgradation of project and the requirement.
Project and requirement.
The only for first two rows I am getting issue. Exactly the same way. What? Only first two rows.
Okay.
If I change it to 28, then what is happening here? Duration becomes 2 days, and that's become manual.
Okay. So let me make you presenter. You show your things.
Okay.
Sure.
Probably start date of the project was not made as.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. No, not now.
No.
Not yet.
What I supposed to do here? You have given a presenter answer.
You have a play button, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all done. What is
Now
the
you
problem?
can see.
No, we are seeing a date thing.
Everything is fine. What is the problem?
Okay. In here you can see here this first two rows. The start date is 18th.
Okay.
Okay. If I go and change this date and make it 28th. Okay. So now duration become 2 days and this become manual.
Okay. You go to the project tab. Project tab above, next to file, task, resource, project.
I am in project.
No. Project tab on the top. You have
And project
5
tab.
tabs. Task, you are in task tab. Then resource.
File, task, resource and project. I am in project.
Good. Project tab. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it is not reflecting right here. And the project tab, click on the project information.
Project information. Okay.
And in the project information,
Make it 20.
change the start date.
Okay. I did this. Fine. Now make it okay. current date it is showing, that is okay. Make it okay. Okay. No need to change the current date. Am I right?
No, current
Only
date you
start
don't
date.
change. Current date is fine. Just
Fine.
change the start
Only
date.
start.
Yeah.
Okay, I did. Now, yeah, yes, everything is fine. But okay, now still, now I'll make it this the auto. This is
Everything is on it anybody or
fine,
anyway
fine.
auto, right?
Yeah, is done. I think that was the. So these are the few settings we have to do at the beginning.
Right. So let me take the control.
Yeah, you can take it control.
Okay. So you are on my screen now.
Vivek, let's
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Vivek, let's discuss the conceptual learnings from these 3-4 examples. For example, in the latest one, I guess the learning is that because the start date was 18th, when Rajesh was manually doing the start date to 20th, all the tasks mode were changing to manual schedule because of that reason. Right?
No.
Correct.
It doesn't change to manually scheduled. The only problem is that because we are in the end of the day. Currently we are on the end of the day, and if you have the project starting end of the day, it will move to the next Monday, and that is why the change the date was appearing different. But as soon as he changed the start date, '17, how it makes the difference? Nothing. It is still auto scheduled. It doesn't change manually scheduled.
Okay. And then what's the new thing which has come on the first column? When you change the date, on the first column which is blank right now, there was a new icon there. Can you
See,
change the date
certainly
again?
what happens, I tell you what happens in the beginning now when we are doing all these things, there's some mistakes we do and we don't know we have done those mistakes.
Very true.
Okay, so it's not a, I will say it's a matter of practice a little bit. When you do it 2-3 times, you will see that you understand all.
Even I was struggling to copy
Yeah,
the
and-
component.
So this happens with everyone as such. So this required correction.
Yeah, no,
he makes some different mistake, you make some different mistakes.
Yeah, even my view is good that we are seeing different types of mistakes. We are able to learn this tool better.
Absolutely,
how
absolutely.
things can be controlled. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is the
absolutely.
collaboration. That is the benefit of that collaboration study.
Right, absolutely. That's what the advantage, and that's the beauty of this virtual diagram. See the other's screen. Otherwise, you in the classroom you can't see the screen of the other people.
Very true. So
Okay, so let me move now.
I have another question.
Yes, Jara, go
Vivek.
ahead. Yes.
My finish date is 21, not 20. And I went to the options. I was trying to change it. I guess the short question, where do we change it to reflect the finish date, it being 20 as well?
What you might have done, you might have changed the duration to 2 days somewhere. So it has become 21. Like I make
Okay.
this 2 days, right? So that my finish date will become 21st.
Where it's
some task has got scheduled on 21st, and as such, let me tell you, right now it doesn't matter because this is just a time being item actually. It is going to change.
yeah, we are going to change this with the duration.
Right. This duration is going to change in the next step.
Okay.
And when it will change, that 21st or 20th really do not matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
okay.